Hi, I'm Lee Labrada, IFBB Pro Bodybuilding Hall of Famer and founder of Labrada Nutrition. In this video, I'm going to show you the leg training routine which I used as a pro bodybuilder to build championship winning legs. The gym footage which you'll see was shot at the peak of my bodybuilding career in the early 90s. I hope that you'll enjoy watching this vintage footage which we'll be sharing. Today, as a best-selling fitness author and lean body coach to thousands, I still teach these same leg training exercises and techniques. Whether you're interested in packing on muscle and competing, trying to get stronger so that you can perform better in your sport, or trying to get lean and muscular, this leg routine can help you. There's a lot that can be learned by using the basic exercises and the time-proven principles of building muscle. This leg routine can be used by anybody desiring to build as much muscle in their legs as possible in the shortest amount of time. The leg muscles include the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and calves. This leg routine involves exercises that develop all of these muscles. Now let's take a look at our leg training. The squat is one of the all-time best mass builders for the legs. It stimulates a fair number of other major muscles as well, including your glutes and spinal erectors. Your stance should be with your feet about shoulder width apart. The bar should be placed not too high up on your neck, but instead at a spot just below your traps and above your rear deltoids. As with all heavy exercises, wear a belt to protect yourself against injury and to give support to your back muscles. For the proper performance of this exercise, lower yourself to a point where your hip joints come parallel with your knee joints. Keep your back erect, keep your head up, and avoid leaning forward. Drive with your legs and glutes, thrusting your hips forward as you come up. We'll do 5 sets here, working our way up to the heaviest and final set of 6 to 8 repetitions. The next exercise is the leg press. It's almost as good as a squat for pure thigh development, although it doesn't tax the glutes and back as much as the squats. Because of the amount of back support afforded by leg presses, you can use relatively large weights safely. To perform the leg press, place your feet midway down the push plate, about 12 to 18 inches apart. Lower the weight slowly under muscular control as far as you can, and then push the weight back to a point just short of lockout. We'll do 5 sets, starting out with a medium weight and working our way up to a heavy set of 6 to 8 repetitions. The leg extension is our last thigh exercise and is effective for isolating the muscles of the quadriceps. This exercise will really bring out the separation and detail in your quads. Perform this movement by placing the pads in front of your ankles and extending your legs outward as far and as high as they'll go. Then lower the weight all the way back down to the starting position, getting as much of a stretch on top of the thighs as possible. It's important to keep yourself firmly in the seat throughout the movement. That is, don't let your rear end come up off the seat. Perform 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, taking each set to failure. Let's look at our hamstrings now. The leg curl is one of the most effective exercises for developing your hamstrings. The pads should be placed right above your heels. Holding yourself in place on the bench, curl the weight upwards. Don't allow your rear to lift off the bench. Some people find it helpful to arch their back slightly. It's important to control the weight, so don't sling it up or let it crash back down. Maintaining tension on your hamstrings is key. By turning your toes inward, you'll stress the inside portion of the hamstrings more. Pointing your toes outward will stress the outer hamstrings. You should experiment with this. Let's perform 6 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions, taking each set to failure. Now that we've finished hamstrings, it's on to calves. The standing calf raise is a good calf mass developer for the gastrocnemius. Keep your knees very slightly bent and your feet about 10 to 12 inches apart. The ball of your foot should bear all of the weight from this exercise. We'll do 5 sets of 10 to 15 reps with a fairly heavy weight. The seated calf raise develops mass in the soleus muscle, which comprises the major portion of your calf. This exercise is performed in the seated position because the soleus is only activated completely when your knee is fully bent. The pads should fit comfortably across the top of your knees. We'll do 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps in the seated calf raise. It's important to stretch completely at the bottom and contract forcefully at the top of both movements. A common mistake is bouncing the weight up and down with little contraction of the calves or placing your feet too far forward. You have to go all the way up and all the way down on the ball of your foot for complete development. so there's your Lee Labrada leg routine. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you'll like me on my Labrada Nutrition Facebook page. Also, visit Labrada.com for more free instructional videos and articles. I'm Lee Labrada, your lean body coach.